welcome to the Chelsea Rundown. This is for the women's round 6, which was Chelsea versus Waverley. I am joined by Ace yet again. Thanks for joining me, Ace.
Choo choo, choo choo. That's the dolphin train heading down the highway. It is non-stop, this thing. It is an absolute barrage. It's blowing its way through everything, and just another fine performance by you ladies to smack the Waverley girls around 7-2. Great effort by you, and great effort by all the girls involved. And stellar.
Uh,
You girls are on the way. I thought this looked like they gave you a bit of a challenge on the weekend.
This was the score margin was a little bit tighter than what we've seen recently, but it was a fantastic game, and I actually didn't have a doubt throughout the whole game. So it was actually really exciting and fun. I will quickly go down the lineup. We had 9 girls, so we were missing a few players and a few key players actually. So some of our more experienced players were off just doing life. This is our starting lineup. So we had Kate Wines on first base starting us off. And then Cassidy on second base, Liesl pitching. I was catching there at number 4. Narelle at shortstop, Rianka at right field, Kate Holden at centre field, Trina at left field, and Cassie Ellingson there at second base. So this was exciting. So we moved some people who would normally probably start in the outfield to the infield because we had a few people out. So we started Cassie Ellingson at second base, and she just did an amazing job. I'll probably get into that a little bit later, but everyone played really well as a unit. This infield was a little bit different to what we've seen over the last few weeks, but the girls did an amazing job at just coming together and playing like they'd always played together in those spots. So kudos to everybody for just jumping in and taking the bull by the horns, just going with it. It was amazing.
We took Mount Waverley Bulls by the horns.
We
Took
did.
them by the horns and just drive them down in the ground for another win.
We did. We should probably start with our fielding now that I say that. So this was our infield that was a little bit different. Liesl again, sorry, we'll always start off with Liesl. She did such an amazing job, again, commanding the strike zone and getting outs. I really kind of want to go on a little bit about her energy and her stamina. So she doesn't have to do it all herself. I keep telling her, like, we want to back you up and make sure she's got some legs to get through the whole season, but she could honestly do this all by herself. She's an amazing person and player, and her attitude is always positive and exemplary. So I just want to say thank you, Liesl, for being such a cool player and assistant coach. I don't know if I've really mentioned that here as well. She's actually supporting me really well to lead this team. So thank you for all that help. And thank you again for your performance on the weekend. Again, stellar up there.
It seems like having a picture of her status up on the mound, 5 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts. She threw 96 pitches, which is a hell of a lot of a load to burden. But then to back 96 pitches up with 50 strikes, only concede the 4 hits and 2 runs on the day. Like, that's just an absolute effort. And I saw there was a couple of pitches that also got hit back to her, and she was able to make the plays at first as well.
She does. Yep.
Which is just an absolute great effort, and what a weapon to have.
I know. There's not much she can't do. So I pulled her out for the last inning again just to give her a bit of a rest, but I didn't give her much of a rest. She actually came in to catch because we didn't have any other catches with us that day. So we swapped over for that last dig. And it's really just to kind of, I guess, mess up the opposition. You change the pitcher at a time when they're just starting to sort of get on to Liesl maybe and catch up to her pitches and things like that. So that last dig's really important just to make a change, and not necessarily saying I did a better job than she could have for the last dig, but I think it's really important to make those changes at those times.
I'm picking up the hits that you tried to drop. You chucked 18 pitches and 13 strikes. So
Did I?
18 to 13, 96 to 50. Yeah, I get your percentage of strikes is better. So, Liesl, your job's done.
Oh, I certainly love to help out and it be okay like that. Waverley were really interesting. They were really very capable. They look like they're a bit of a newer side, but historically I think Waverley are quite well established. Their coaching and their ability's always been quite good. So their newer players actually were really savvy. They were stealing bases. They were putting pressure on. I think we did a really good job actually keeping the scoreline so low because they were a little bit more capable than what we've seen lately as well, which was really cool.
Look, going back, you girls, from the start of the season, 10 runs, 14 runs, 11 runs, 21 runs, 21 runs. For a team to be able to hold you girls down to 7 runs, like, they must have been doing something really well. They must have been really putting a bit of pressure on you on the infield and making the plays that they needed to make.
They were. So if we want to have a quick look at our batting, it was actually their pitcher was very, very good. So she had a nice little flat fastball that she predominantly used, but she changed her wind up a little bit. She had a bit of a quick pitch or a longer wind up, which kind of changed the fastball. So that was a kind of a mix up there. And she also actually had a curveball, which got a few of our players. So really nice curveball. When she got around it, it just dropped, and it was really interesting to see and one to face, and a really good challenge for our girls. So some of the ones that are ready for that certainly want to step up and try and face that kind of pitching now because we're ready.
Just something I wanted to mention. How many throwouts at second did you get on Saturday?
No, one at second, and one at first. So, yeah,
Ah, okay.
2 caught stealing. But, yeah, so a girl kind of I think she thought there was a runner in front of her, sorry, so she was on first and there was a runner on second, and I think she thought she could steal to second. She either didn't know that runner was there or was expecting that runner to steal to third, and they didn't, so then she had to go back. So we got her at first base, but, kudos to Kate Wines at first base because she was switched on. I just sort of stood up and piffed it at her, and she got it and tagged her out, and it was amazing. Yeah, so it was good switched on, fielding from everyone actually, especially and same again, caught stealing at second base. I think it might have been Trina, who again was one of the girls who I've been putting in the outfield. But Trina and Cassie Ellingson both did an amazing job at second base. But Trina got heads up and was ready for it and took the ball from me and got the out. It was amazing.
Waverley weren't ready for Wild Hair's arm power.
I've played with Trina a little bit. I was actually blown away at her capability and her switched on ability. Like she knew exactly what was going on, and all the girls, every play they were making that day was actually headed in the right direction and doing the right thing. So yeah, it was really.
Got to do a special shout out to my girl Cassie.
Oh yes.
I saw you on Sunday and you came up and told me about a funny play, and I got to watch the highlights today. And look, there was a definite element there where I could see the legs had sort of stopped on the running, but the top body kept going, and you took a big spill, but you took it in stride, and you had a big laugh about it. And look, we all do some silly things sometimes out in the sports field, but yeah, it was a great little play there, and great effort to get on base.
Cassie Ellingson did an amazing day that day. She got 2 hits for the day and just aggressive running and aggressive batting. She sort of swings at everything, made contact and did a really good job. And I think the one where she fell over, I think the cadence of her footwork just changed. She was like one last reach to get to the base before the ball and just lost her balance. So good on her for going for that extra bit of effort to get to the base before the ball and she made it. So I was very impressed.
Yeah, and again, great effort by you girls. You amassed 9 hits on the day. Obviously, the 7 runs, 4 RBIs, and you took 3 walks for the day as well.
Mm,
Liesl, yourself, and Cassie, the multiple hitters for the day.
yeah.
Just the experienced top order, just getting out there and doing what they need to do.
Yeah, it was amazing. I actually really enjoyed playing Waverley too. The other part of this was these girls really played well together as a unit. You could see a really good culture and a really good community among them. It's actually really nice to play against a team like that. A ball, I think it was Kate Holden, hit her first ball to the outfield. It went out to centre field pretty deep. And it was up in the air for a while, and their centre field got under it and took the catch. And their whole team ran out to give her high fives and celebrate with her that she'd taken this catch. So I think she was a brand new player, and they all just ran out. I kept it in the compile because I'm like, this team is amazing. Like they're just really happy and really strong, and there's fire in their bellies to play. So I'm really looking forward to playing them again. I think that they're just going to get stronger throughout the season, and they'll be really tough. I think after a few more games to come back up against. Yeah.
Well, that's definitely something over the last couple of seasons that we've tried to put into the team is that camaraderie and it showed for us last year. Everything's sort of coming together and the success of making it to the grand final. But we were mates. We were out there having fun together. We knew how to have a laugh. We knew how to get around each other and like what you girls are doing and like like you're saying with Waverley, it just breeds success.
Absolutely. And it is our team as well, actually. The whole way through the day, I was like, our team is amazing. Backing each other up in the dugout and looking after each other. I came back in, we've got a board with our lineup on it, and someone had put a little asterisk next to a name. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. What's that for? And it's like, oh, that's who's next. Like whoever went out last dig, they've put a little mark on who it is the next dig. Cause I'm always coming in going, who's up? What's going on? I never actually know what's going on. So we just little things like that, supporting each other and making sure everyone knows what's going on and having a lot of fun doing it.
It's the only way to play.
The only way to play. No, it was a really good fun day. I really enjoyed it. So the final score in the end was 7-2, and we did actually play a 6 dig where they got another run, so it was 7-3, but it had to revert back because we didn't finish it. But final score 7-2. Yeah, really fun, really exciting game. Looking forward to seeing them again.
And tell me the big test. this weekend. How you feeling?
Oh, yeah, Upway's coming.
The two juggernauts meeting.
It's gonna be interesting. So they're undefeated as well. I hear they're very capable, and we spotted them at Pakenham playing against Pakenham when we were there. They were both on at the same time. Yeah, they look really young. They look really fresh, and yeah, I think it's gonna be really cool to see, and I hope we have lots of people available to play.
Where are you playing this weekend?
It is at Upway.
The Hulk versus Thor matchup. One for the ages. We'll be hearing the Raw all the way from down here in Chelsea.
I'm very excited about it. And just wondering, yeah, if we are a little short on numbers that week, will you come down, maybe wear a dress and a wig? Will you get on the diamond for
Mate,
us?
I'll shave the beard off. I'll put a wig on. I'll chuck on a support bra. I'll get out there with you, and yeah, I'll help you secure the win.
Excellent.
Actually, I don't know how I'm moving at the moment, so
Oh, yeah. How are you feeling?
mate, I'm bouncing back.
You'll be
Every
right.
day's a good day.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear it. Just like to say a big thank you to all the volunteers for that day as well. Trav came down and umpired for us. Reese was in the canteen for a bit, and Jimbo was down helping, I think, in the canteen. But my special mention for my volunteers was my absolutely beautiful husband who helped me set up the diamond and get everything going that day. I was a little bit slow. He helped me with the lines. I don't know if you can see the lines. They're not great, but they're done. I just want to commend him on, I can't do what I do at the club without his support. Like, I just want to be there all the time at the baseball club. He is my right-hand man, and I appreciate all his help. So thank you again for helping.
And obviously, none of this is possible,
Yeah.
the men's or the women's rundown, without the work that both of you do. So commended effort on both of you. You guys always give 110.
We love it. We're just sick and twisted for it. We'll keep doing it all day long. It's great. Anyway, so thank you, Troy. I appreciate you. Please get to training on Wednesday night, girls and boys. Please remember the link to this full game against Waverley is in the description of this video. Subscribe to our channel and enjoy all of our beautiful content. Thank you again, Ace.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
And we'll see you next week. Bye.